Hello dear friends. Welcome back to the channel. Here, we don't just learn English, we build real confidence that people can feel the moment we speak. If you think fluent people speak fast, you've been learning English the wrong way. The people who sound the most confident actually speak slower than you think. And today, I'm going to show you the small habit that instantly changes how others see you when you speak. Most English learners believe that speed equals fluency. So when someone asks them a question, they rush. They try to answer immediately. They fill the silence with random words. They speak fast to prove they know English. But instead of sounding fluent, they sound nervous. The real problem is not vocabulary. It is panic. And panic destroys clarity. There is a simple rule that confident speakers follow without even thinking about it. Once you understand this, you will never rush your English again. The hidden mistake. Imagine someone asks you a simple question like, "What do you do?" The question is easy. You know the answer. You've said it many times before. But suddenly, your body reacts as if something dangerous just happened. Your heart beats faster. Your chest feels tight. Your brain starts running into languages at the same time. You feel pressure to answer immediately because you believe silence means weakness. And in that moment, you don't speak from confidence. You speak from fear. So, you rush. You start your sentence before your thoughts are clear. Words come out in the wrong order. You add fillers like, actually, basically, I mean, just to buy time. You speak faster than normal because you think speed will hide your nervousness. But instead, it exposes it. Your voice becomes less stable. Your breathing becomes shorter. And even if your grammar is correct, your energy feels uncertain. After the conversation ends, you replay it in your mind. You think, why did I speak like that? I know better. And the frustration begins. You blame your vocabulary. You blame your fluency. You blame yourself. But the real problem was not your English. It was the rush. Most learners are not lacking knowledge. They are lacking control. They have trained themselves to react instead of respond. The moment a question is asked, they feel a silent countdown in their head. 3, 2, 1, speak now. That invisible pressure forces them to talk before they are ready. Here is the truth that changes everything. Confident speakers are not faster thinkers. They are calmer responders. They are comfortable with a short pause. They allow their brain 1 or 2 seconds to organize thoughts. That small space between question and answer creates clarity. And clarity creates confidence. Silence does not make you look less intelligent. Nervous speed does. When you answer too quickly, people sense tension. When you pause calmly, people sense authority. That difference is subtle, but powerful. The first shift you must make is simple but uncomfortable. Stop trying to prove yourself instantly. Give yourself permission to pause. Even one controlled breath before speaking can completely change how you sound and how you feel. And once you master this, English stops feeling like a race. It starts feeling like control. The 3-second rule. Here is the simple rule that can immediately change the way you sound when you speak English. When someone asks you a question, do not rush to answer. Give yourself 3 seconds before you start speaking. In those 3 seconds, take one calm breath and decide your first sentence clearly in your mind. Then begin slowly. Most people react the moment a question is asked. They feel pressure to respond fast because they think quick answers look smart. But fast answers without clarity create confusion. When you rush, your thoughts are not organized, your voice becomes unstable, and you start adding unnecessary filler words. That is not a fluency problem. That is a speed problem. Now imagine a different response. Someone asks, "Tell me about yourself." Instead of jumping into a messy answer, you pause for a moment. You maintain eye contact. You take a controlled breath. Then you begin with a clear opening line such as, "Sure. Let me introduce myself." Instantly, you sound composed. Even before you continue, people feel that you are confident. That short pause changes your body language, your tone, and your mental state. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your brain organizes ideas properly. Your words come out more structured. You are no longer reacting. You are responding. The 3-second rule is not about waiting awkwardly. It is about taking control. When you control the first 3 seconds, you control the entire conversation. And that is when English starts working for you instead of against you. How to practice the 3-second rule daily? Knowing the rule is not enough. You must train it until it becomes natural. The first way to practice is in daily conversations. When a friend, colleague, or family member asks you anything in English, consciously pause before answering. Even if the question is simple, resist the habit of reacting instantly. Take one calm breath and then begin your sentence slowly. At first it may feel uncomfortable because you are used to rushing. But within a few days, that pause will start feeling powerful instead of awkward. The second way to practice is alone. Stand in front of a mirror and ask yourself common questions like, "What are your goals?" or "Describe your day." After asking the question, count 3 seconds silently before answering. Use that time to prepare your opening line clearly. This trains your brain to organize thoughts before speaking instead of during speaking. The third way is during interviews or formal situations. If someone asks you a serious question, slightly nod your head and say a short phrase like, "That's a good question," or "Let me think about that for a moment." This gives you space without creating silence. It makes you look thoughtful and confident at the same time. Remember, confidence is not built by speaking more. It is built by speaking with control. When you slow down intentionally, your words become stronger. Your voice becomes steadier. And people begin to listen more carefully. From today, stop fearing silence. Start using it as your advantage. That small shift can completely change how fluent you sound. The real transformation. Here is what truly changes when you stop rushing. The moment you slow down intentionally, your entire presence shifts. Your voice becomes steadier. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your facial expressions relax. Instead of sounding like you are trying to survive the conversation, you start sounding like you belong in it. Most people think others are judging their grammar. In reality, people judge energy first. If your energy feels calm, you appear confident. If your energy feels rushed, you appear unsure. The 3-second pause does not just organize your words. It stabilizes your mindset. When you control your pace, your English automatically improves. You make fewer unnecessary mistakes because your brain has time to choose the right words. Your sentences become more structured because you are not building them in panic. Even simple vocabulary starts sounding powerful when it is delivered with calmness. Think about strong speakers you admire. They do not rush to prove themselves. They take space. They allow silence. They speak with intention. That is why people listen to them. And you can build the same presence. Remember this clearly. Fluency is not speed. Fluency is control. The next time someone asks you a question, do not treat it like a race. Treat it like an opportunity to respond with strength. Take your 3 seconds. Breathe fully. Start with clarity. Let your words follow your control, not your fear. This small habit, practiced daily, can completely transform how you sound, how you feel, and how people respond to you. You were never bad at speaking English. You were just rushing it. Slow down, take control, and watch how your confidence begins to grow naturally. Master the first 3 seconds, and the rest of the sentence becomes easy. Like this video if you are ready to speak with control, not fear. Share this with someone who always rushes while speaking English. Subscribe for powerful English confidence tips every week. Comment 3 seconds if you are going to try this from today. Hit the bell icon so you never miss the next confidence building video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.